All right, it's Bill here. I'm a little late on the video, but to be honest with you, I just finally finished watching the game yesterday. I know what the score was, but 3-1 loss to the Florida Panthers. Just as I get started, I'd like to give a reminder of Jake Bryan, Bobby Orr, McCabe's stats. After 4 games of the season, he is about to win the Masters. He's going to get a big old green jacket. 0 goals, 0 assists, and -6. Great defenseman. I saw they broke him up, at least from John Klingberg, who we'll talk about in just a second. This defense is atrocious, awful. I don't even have the words to describe how bad this is. But let me get into the game. At the end of the day, I didn't think the Leafs got outplayed. I didn't. I thought the Leafs were okay. They could have won that game. Riley hits a net. They bang home some chances. They don't get those block shots, but let's talk about block shots in just a second. They were in the game. It wasn't a horrible game, but here's my goddamn problem with that game. This is the team that took you out in round 2 that are missing 3 of their best players. And that's the effort you get? That's the effort right there. This is a team who beat you in the playoffs, smoked you in the playoffs. You know, dummied Nyes. Now, granted, the guy who did it wasn't playing. That beat you up. And we are going to change. Remember this word change. I keep hearing change. We're changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Another point proven here. Because while Florida was laying it on the line, at no point did the Leafs lay it on the line. Not one player. Not one. This is they played all right. But this wasn't the game to play all right. This was even if you lost this game, lay it on the line, let Florida know you're there. Let's just say, if I were a forward going in front of, now I'm going to do probably another little special on this, but I'm pretty sure every single Florida defenseman tried to take off the Leafs forwards' heads when they came in the zone to get the puck. Our defensemen, starting with the first goal, did the following. Lazy in the zone, stayed a foot away, John Klingberg, and for the, 6th time this year, the Leafs get the primary assist on a goal that you could argue Samsonov could have had. Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Samsonov didn't battle to find the puck. He didn't battle to find the puck on the second goal either. So both those goals are on Samsonov. I'm sorry, they are. You have to battle around. But let's dig a little bit deeper into this, shall we? Watch what John Klingberg does. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the video for it because my PVR acted up. One of the reasons why I couldn't watch it until last night. I didn't even get to see half the damn third period because the PVR, I'll leave the company's name out of it for now, but very poor in their taping of the game. So I had to find other means to watch that game, or at least watch the third period. But if you watch what happens to John Klingberg, he backhands it very lightly up the boards, like on a platter. By the way, you might have noticed that your winger, Gregor, was in the corner with you. He probably ain't there. So maybe the other way sounds like a better spot to throw that puck around. Or maybe you eat the puck, or you bring it behind the net, and you might take a hit, John. You might take a hit. You just might. But you don't put it in a danger area. And then he goes in front, and I don't know how to describe. He was near a guy. The Florida guy was in front of the net. He was kind of near him. And when the shot came in, he ballerinaed. He turned to get as small as possible. A 6'2", whatever defenseman, didn't go try to block the shot. Like even at Giordano was on the ice at the time. Giordano would have tried to stop that shot. If you're going to be in that spot and you're going to block the goalie's view, try to block it. No, he did this. He was facing and he turned. And by the time the puck went in the net, he was looking at, he could have called it for the ref. He had it right there. This is unacceptable. And it's not unacceptable for a coach, but how is a teammate? You put up with this. He first of all got the primary assist, and then he got as small as possible, blocked the goalie's view, and then got as small as possible. The second goal, similar play, 6.7 seconds left. Out front of the net, Samsonov, no battle to get to a spot where he could see the puck. and it goes in. That's a killer 6 seconds left. But at the end of the day, I'm going to keep the video short because at the end of the day, I'm way too late on this. I'll be watching the game tonight. I'm sure it'll be no different. I'm sure Tampa Bay will ratchet up because they're playing the team that beat them up. So it'll be Tampa Bay ratcheting it up. You know the Leafs aren't going to ratchet up because they just don't have that in their DNA. But you give up 2 goals because your defense is awful. The defense is disgustingly awful. How's this going to change? What's changed? What would have happened last year when Toronto played Tampa Bay, who took them out in the playoffs? Did they crank up the effort? Did they crank up the desire? No. So fast forward a year, did they crank up the effort? Did they give the Florida Panthers a game? No. This team hasn't changed at all. There's no leadership. Like John Tavares can't lead it. Yeah, tell me, John. Don't get me started on Tavares. Nylander's been dynamite, but he's not a leader. He ain't going to go smoke anybody. We bring in this Ryan Reeves and Max Domi because they bring in sandpaper, and what do I see? Quotes in a newspaper? Oh, I dressed up as a Halloween costume. I don't give a flying fadoo what you dressed up as. I don't give a rat's ass. Oh, he's a good quote for the reporters. That's great. You know who's a good quote for the reporters? Probably my neighbor, and he can't play goddamn hockey either. Bring it on the ice, boys. And that was not bringing it on the ice. Watch what Tampa does today to the team that took them out in the playoffs. Watch how they play the game. Cheers.